Hi, it's Dave Thompson here with an update to the moves planning system for QFMspace. Now what this relates to is ordinarily if we go to list and search for a member of staff, so I'll just chuck in something random. Now when we, under normal circumstances, when we add a member of staff, we get this dialog here. Now the issue with this is it's designed really for location based, so it gives you the option of their current location that you've selected, or the ability to kind of retain that and they effectively move from new. And the problem is that doesn't cover things like lockers, neighborhoods and so on. So in future I'm just going to hit whichever one here, but that page will no longer be shown going forward. Now I'm just going to remove that person because they're in the move twice, so we get messages. Okay, so what we've done now is we've added a new button here called From. Okay, so what this now means is that if we select someone, let's say Kenneth here, when we hit From, what it will actually do is it shows all of the locations that Kenneth currently has, including the option of having no location at all. Okay, so these are the locations you could now affect. So you can add a person to the move and then decide where they're moving from later. So effectively, if we've added him into this move coming from location 041 in Alpha House, we can simply click this here and it will show that we're now moving him from his location on second floor Manual House 036. Okay, if we wanted to give him a new location, we could just go like that, and you can see diagrammatically it's showing obviously this person's already in the move, so it's showing that they're going from no location into, in this case, leaving, which doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so it also shows their lockers here and their team group. So if you want to move them from their team group to a particular location, so let's choose one. Let's actually take Kenneth and we'll just put him on a location over here. So now we've set up a move destination. It doesn't really matter which way round you do this. If we go to the From, we can see we've got this location that we've selected to move him from. We're currently moving him from Alpha House 041, but we can change that to 036 instead. Okay, or indeed we can say he's going to retain both of these locations, and he's going to actually lose his team group to go to here. Okay, now in terms of team groups, come back out again. If we actually say, let's say Kenneth again, we're going to move him, and we're going to move him to a team group. Choose one at random. Okay, so now he's moving to a team group. So if we go to the From dialog here, now notice we're still saying we're moving him from 041 because that's what we did last time. Okay, but because we're moving him to a team group, it knows that he's going to end up losing his current team group, so that's why you get the double line. So he's going to have two locations and he's just purely going to have a single location there. Now if we were to move him to no location, then that doesn't actually have to affect his team group, so we could do that still. Okay, if we have someone with multiple lockers, let's say Amanda. Okay, so with someone with multiple lockers, we see all of their seating locations. Notice they've got no team group, and also we see all of their lockers. So this one was added as probably by default as picking up this particular locker, but if we want to actually say no, we want to change this locker, or indeed if we want to give them a new locker, we can choose that. Now one of the things you may have noticed is that I was actually able to click over here as well. So whilst we can't select a specific location or a specific team group, though we may add that, what we can do is some of the generic things. So if you've got someone going to no location, or earlier we had Kenneth moving to a particular location, we can actually change their basic destination location. Okay, so if we go show on Kenneth now, sorry, jumping around a bit. So you see where we've selected location from him, but we can change our mind and actually just change that to no location, leaving and so on. Okay, if he was set to leaving, as we saw just then, we can't then set it to a specific location from here. So this does partly remove the need to use the actual move panel here, because these options here can actually be performed through that single dialog. Now that's not doesn't mean that this dialogue will go away. It's just a case of if someone wants to choose where they're moving from and also say actually they're leaving or they're going to the team group or whatever, they can do that on this single dialogue here, and it's much more visual, so hopefully less confusing for people to actually see what they're doing. So hope that's of use, and sorry it's a bit of a random demonstration there. Let me know if that's helpful to you.